Hey everybody, and welcome to Roll for Heresy, a Wrath and Glory actual play podcast set in the Warhammer 40k universe. I'm Kevin, the Game Master, narrator, and voice of the world. Together with my three best friends, we will be playing an original story set in the grim darkness of the far future. Introducing the players, we have Tim, the rules scholar and Ravensguard aficionado, always has a secret in the back of his pocket. Walton, the Warhammer lore expert and Black Templar player. He knows that canon matters until he writes a 400-page fanfic of our own game. There's Cliff, the Warhammer newbie with a hopeful, optimistic outlook on the 40k universe. I'm sure we'll fix that soon. And me, your GM, chaos-loving heretic who provides bad accents and worse vocal continuity. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your time, and we're glad you chose to listen. We're always refining how we put the game together, sharpening the pacing, tightening the edits, and making the story clearer for you. We hope this show helps you learn a little more about Wrath and Glory, inspires your own tabletop session, and offers a fun, inclusive place to enjoy Warhammer 40k storytelling. So, laugh with us, argue with us, and grow with us as we venture deep into the warp. Now grease your chainsword, refuel your flamers as we embark on this chaotic adventure together, and roll for heresy.
Hey, my name's Walden. I've been playing tabletop role-playing games for 11 years, and Warhammer has probably been about half of that, mostly the tabletop miniature game. First time doing the TTRPG side of it, which is cool. I'm playing Chet Longbottom, a rattling sniper, a very short, very ornery survivalist, and he is trying to not get ate.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I've been playing RPGs for about 18 years, and I've been in the 40k lore for just about as long. I'm playing Squigs the Scribe. He's about 5'5", with mid-length, unkempt, salt and pepper hair, and a scruffy beard. He's been shuffled around the Imperium for most of his life as part of its endless tides of faceless bureaucrats, and he's always trying to stay unnoticed and out of trouble.
Hi, I'm Cliff. I've been playing tabletop role-playing games for a long time, but I'm completely new to the world of Warhammer 40k. So I'll be playing Francisco Torrent, an average young pilot from the Imperium of Man who's less than a year into his service, so he's as innocent and naive as I am. Wish us luck.
The war room of the rogue trader's vessel, the Crimson Meridian, is a low-lit cathedral of brass and glass. A battered holoscreen dominates one wall, its feed jagged and grainy, as it relays the latest Drukhari raid on an Imperial resource caravan. Below the screen, a polished table of dark obsidian holds maps and projected terrain, orbital lanes, and supply vectors in thin blue tracery. Through a broad viewport, the void beyond glitters cold. Streaks of distant light mark travel lanes picked clean by raiders. Voices murmuring in the corridor die when the raid footage resumes, and each officer in the room leans inward. The holoscreen shows Drukhari warriors moving like shadows across the scorched hull and wrecked cargo skiffs. Their helmets tilt to the camera in deliberate, contemptuous gestures. A blade flashes, a detonator is triggered, and crates erupt in a geyser of flames and black smoke. The raiders laugh, an ugly, high sound that filters through the grainy speakers. They brandish gutted containers of food, med supplies, and guardsmen's heads like trophies. Lounging deeply in their chair, rogue trader Cassian Volaris. Tall, lean, and impeccably tailored in a coat of deep crimson trimmed with gold. Her unruly fiery hair is kept shoulder length. She wears a weathered navigational sigil hanging at her throat, while her left hand bears a ring of office that seems to reflect light even in the shadows.
They make a spectacle of it, don't they? Taunting our cameras like they're at a masquerade. Makes the loss taste worse.
She traces the map where the supply lines thin to a pinprick and vanishes. She sits up from her slouched position and straightens her coat. Her eyes narrow with a dangerous mix of irritation and hunger.
It's abhorrent. These spectacles, Cassian, starve my men.
Standing with his gaze fixed to the holoscreen, Lord Commander Arcturus Vale. Broad-shouldered and squared off, a statue of a man. His scarred face is unyielding, framed by cropped gray hair and a chiseled jaw set in grim determination. His uniform is utilitarian, except for an iron pauldron etched with the names of his lost companies.
Every convoy lost is another week my men go to watch and wait. Food, rations, replacement pots, these are not curiosities. They are bone and breath. We patch morale with promises, and men with half rations do not march well.
Leaning with his hands firmly planted on the obsidian table, Inquisitor Zell Kane. Slender and sharp, his dress adorned in bone and ebony covered in symbols of the Ordo Xenos. His angular, clean-shaven face is framed by white hair and set with sharp, pale gray eyes. A compact holster at his hip holds interrogation tools, and faint sigils scar the inside of his forearm. His cold gaze is piercing but clinical.
You waste your words on spectacles and logistics. Crush the raiders. Hunt their lairs. Break their chains of raids. Resources follow from security, not from placation. Let me take agents and a strike unit. Leave the rest to me.
Security is necessary, but not sufficient.
Resting upon his subfemoral augmentics, Magos Verdant Cull, emaciated beneath layered utility robes of Martian red, they half-hide arrays of grafted wiring and metallic plating. A crown of mechadendrites coil from his shoulders, with every move accompanied by soft hiss of servos. His face is dominated by ocular implants that glow faintly and a voxcaster crackling in binaric. He leans close to the holoscreen, fingers ghosting over the feed until the projector folds into a schematic of a small distant world.
Strahl is our answer. A backwater world circling an elderly red sun. 2 moons in slow dance. Its soil responds to specific photoperiods and tidal cycles produced by that orbital configuration. The Strahl root thrives there. Yields are higher than planetary average, and the root stores caloric density in fibrous tubers suitable for long-term preservation.
Railroot. Prime food starch for the Crusades? Tell me when I signed the charter.
She smiles. The idea of a new world whets her appetite.
We need stores, and I need novelty. Strahl gives both. I've voyaged for less.
If it gives rations quicker, then we should funnel what we can spare.
He folds his hands.
My men and I will not be bartered for the promise of distant crops. But if Strahl shortens the march to full rations, I'll support the allocation.
You would bet lives on root grown in shadows?
His gaze narrows on Verdant Cull.
Strahl is distant. Deployment diverted will leave gaps for the Drukhari to exploit. I will not allow another root to be bled because of the Magos' whim.
It is not whim.
He produces a thin data plate and projects a cycle that cascades into numbers, graphs, and climate curves.
2 moons produce fortnightal tidal irrigation. The red sun spectra induce a higher carotenoid content, and the tuber's biochemistry permits fermentation into concentrated rations. With additional supply brigades and a basic processing mill, the harvest cycles could net a suitable yield within 2 years. The native populace is compliant. Low-level governance, simple settlements, minimal industrial resistance. Development there consumes fewer imperial assets per unit yield than attempts to rebuild raided lanes here.
Simple people are easier to bring into our fold than compromised trade routes.
She rubs her chin.
Strahl offers opportunity and a chance to stamp my house across the new world. I prefer the trouble that pays.
And I worry for the cost in blood.
He glances at the holoscreen, where a Drukhari fighter removes the limbs of a guardsman and tosses them at the camera.
If Strahl can be raised without stripping the front, I'll accept the transfers. But my first obligation remains to my command.
Then secure the front first, and I will coordinate strikes into Drukhari staging grounds. If you divert resources to Strahl without neutralizing the raiders, you will doom both projects.
He inclines his head once, decisively.
Find me the coordinates of their last staging point, and I will send a purge.
Both objectives are compatible.
He watches them as if they were a chemical reaction.
A small, specialized contingent can oversee Strahl's initial cultivations. A separate escort, led by Inquisitor Zell, will secure the route to the nearest orbital parcel. The rest of the convoy capacity should be reallocated to a forward strike group that I can help provision algorithmically. Strahl's early planting will demand seed stock and minimal processing hardware. The returns are exponential. There is one significant obstacle I have not emphasized. Strahl is not all open plain and obedient hamlet. A vast primordial jungle occupies nearly 1/3 of the habitable hemisphere. Its canopy is multi-layered, hydrodynamically dense, and biologically aggressive. Native flora exhibits rapid clonogenic growth and synaptic mimicry in certain vines. Until that jungle is surveyed and brought under management, full planetary control and uninterrupted yields are impossible.
Jungle? Oh, sounds romantic. Until it eats you.
She grins, but the grin tightens.
Taming a jungle is expensive. And dramatic. Exactly my kind of venture if the profit margin survives the bite.
Taming or clearing. Either way, men will die.
He clenches his jaw.
Those ecosystems hide ambushes, disease vectors, and terrain that will break formations. Escorting a convoy through that green will require scouting parties, path clearers, and long-term garrisoning. I will not commit my battalions to be swallowed by flora.
Jungles make for perfect sanctuaries for the depraved and the strange.
His eyes narrow.
If Drukhari or worse hide there, then Strahl becomes another thorn. Send reconnaissance and targeted purge teams. Let the jungle be catalogued and stripped of its strategic cover before any large-scale settlement or processing infrastructure is established.
Taming is not synonymous with wholesale clear-cutting.
He taps the overlay, and a series of mitigation options unfurl. Controlled corridors, inoculation points, enzymatic suppressors, and arboreal engineering nodes.
We can establish managed corridors that channel water and growth cycles into productive margins. Deploy a modest research and containment detachment first. Xenobotanists, a handful of servitors with catalytic burners, and engineers to implant microclimate regulators. With careful intervention, we will convert only the buffer zones necessary for planting and processing, preserving the rest for ecological stability and long-term resource harvest.
Microclimate regulators and catalytic burners sound expensive and dramatic.
She leans back, already imagining contracts and showmen.
Microclimate regulators or not, this needs manpower and time.
He looks at Kull.
If you require specialist detachments, they come under my command or not at all.
I could spare a corvette and a few barges. I will send adventurers and fighters. They will make a name for themselves, bring back food and stories, maybe new alliances.
She glances at Arcturus with a reckless grin.
They will operate as a joint task cadre under custodial oversight. Minimal troops, maximum technological leverage. The jungle can be coerced into servitude rather than raised. That preserves labor, curbs ecological backlash, and accelerates yield cycles.
Coerced jungles breed resentment and opportunists. I will oversee any purge operations and approve borders for containment.
His eyes flick to the 2 moons on the render.
I will also audit any operation I choose.
Noted.
He tilts his head to Inquisitor Zell.
Zell, if you can promise me a credible strategy, I will earmark our last battalion's worth of escorts for Cassian's convoy.
I do not promise. I act. Send the strike teams. I will choose the method.
Promptly then.
He smooths his robes, and for an instant, his optics flare with a faint, unreadable light.
Strahl will not require our full retinue if initial stages succeed. I shall provide detailed field schematics for immediate deployment. Central Command will like the prospect of a new agricultural node. They will be quicker to supplement once they see potential.
It's agreed. A multi-pronged approach. Adventure for me, assurance for Arcturus, decisive blows for Zell, and scientific victory for Call.
She raises a glass of stale brandy in a gesture, half jest, half pledge.
To the Crimson Meridian's next profitable gamble.
For the Emperor.
He accepts the toast with a grim nod. Zell raises his blade.
To the purge.
In accordance with the Omnissiah's divine calculations.
Kull raises a writhing crown of mechadendrites towards the vaulted ceiling. Servos whining and lenses focusing as he bends his head in a slow, formal homage to the Omnissiah. When he straightens, his ocular implants meet Inquisitor Zell's gaze. Zell catches the faintest, almost imperceptible glimmer beneath Kull's usual cold, calculating visage. Suspicion that the Magos had run the numbers and quietly concealed a variable of his own. Verdant Kull's proposal creates a new immediate requirement. A small, highly technical insertion team to map and begin controlled taming of Strahl's jungle before mass resource allocations. A small portion of freight and one corvette will be sent to Strahl, escorted by a light battalion drawn from Vale's command. An inquisitorial strike will be mounted against the Drukhari. Cassian will fund and charter contracts and fighters to siege Strahl's initial plantations. The room exhales and the projector stutters. The recorded laughter of the Drukhari warps into a thin line of static as the holoscreen dims. A new set of operational markers rise in its place. Strahl. You all find yourself in the Strahl system on the planet Strahl, a backwater agri-world that has just been discovered by the Imperium and the Mechanicus. They thoroughly enjoy the Strahl root that you have been producing for many moons. This is a boon and a curse, as they've given you much new technology to increase production, but they demand increased production. Sent to develop the world further are the Katakan jungle fighters. They will map out and destroy all that stands in the way of further progress. Here on the planet, others have joined the guardsmen and decided to increase their standing amongst the crowd. Others, even so, have a history of doing political paperwork and continue to do so. So, let's start with Chet.
Yes.
You are in the barracks, and it is a closed barracks. You are a criminal. You were shipped here from far away Birmingham. You are very unfamiliar with the area, and you're always looking over your shoulder. Oh, Chet, hey, come over here.
All right, so, calm down. I'm coming. I got small legs, so it takes me a little bit longer to get places.
I swear to God, if you use that excuse every time you walk, we're gonna.
Well,
get
I ain't growing
real long here.
any bigger.
Ain't none of us figured you ever would. Listen, we got a new assignment for you. You know, you guys, you pushed as far west as you can go. The big bosses, they want you to start going eastbound, but they want to start shipping in new equipment. And out there it's all trees. So we're gonna have you get some other people, and we're gonna have to make a good place to land. Some landing area, I don't know. Listen, I know there's some guardsmen that know how to fly. Maybe they can help you. Go to the other mess hall and try to suss them out.
So I can just go over there. I don't have to have an escort or nothing, because every time I try to go to the bathroom, one of you big jamucks try and watch me pee, and I'm not really down for that. So if I can walk over there by myself, I have no problem doing it.
Listen, you know that I was implying you'd get an escort.
Well, I just need to hear you say it.
Listen, take Tenor. Tenor's going to take you, actually. And he's going to take you to the mess hall. And then you both are going to go looking for the guardsman who knows what the hell he's doing with planes, all right? I don't care who it is. Just find somebody.
All right. Well, you're sticking me with Tenor, which is probably one of the most perverted of the bunch. But I ain't got much choice in it.
Listen, this is just a way for me to get Tenor out of the building. So anything to help me and torture you, I'm good with it.
You know what? You're a hard man to deal with.
Yeah, well, at least there's not a lot of you to deal with.
Well, that's just not nice what you just said.
I gotta tell you, Chet, it's a harsh world out there.
All right.
I don't know if you realize this.
You know what? Yeah, go. Someone go get Tenor. Tenor, you some bitch.
Tenor, get your ass in here. Hey, we ready to go to the mess hall?
Well, we gotta go to the mess hall, and it's not gonna be very exciting for you, I'm guessing, because you're not gonna be able to watch me pee. But let's get on over there.
You always take such a long time. I'm curious what you're doing in there.
You know what, Tenor? I don't need your lip.
Okay, Chet, whatever you say. Let's get a mosey on.
All right.
This way.
Maybe if we get there on time, a little early or something, they might have some food that is not made out of people.
All right, you do that. I'll look the other way if you grab something for us both.
All right, Tenor, don't get too excited. Let's go.
All right. Follow me, Chet. All right. You exit the closed barrack with your escort in hand, and you see a bustling military operation. Your section is kind of like a pop-up building. It was clearly not there for very long. It looks very out of place. Much of the original architecture is made of traditional wood and stone. All the newer military pop-up bases are metal and tent material for quick assembly and disassembly. So there's this contrast between new age technology and older modern building technology as the planet becomes more developed. So they take you, Tenor takes you, and he begins to lead you towards the mess hall. And you arrive, and the mess hall is, there's not a lot of recruits for the guardsmen. It's mainly off-worlders that have been pushing into the jungles, and there hasn't really been a need for conscription, so only real volunteers have begun to show up for this kind of activity. So you enter, and there's a handful, maybe a dozen people eating, and right away one person stands out, and that'll be Francisco.
Yeah, Francisco definitely stands out, as you can see. Even while he's eating his meal here, he is dressed full pilot garb. He's got the cap on. He's got the little bomber jacket. He looks like he is ready to hop into a cockpit at a moment's notice. He's also sitting alone, just sort of poking at his food, and every time he takes a bite of it, he just sort of makes a face of disgust.
All right, Chet. Find out which one of these can do what the commander said. All right? I'll be here at the door.
All right. I just don't. Yeah, you stand by the door. Don't cramp my style. This is a very sensitive area we're gonna get into where I'm negotiating with strangers I've never met before, and I don't need some big jamoke just standing over my shoulder.
I know how sensitive you are, Chet. Don't worry.
Damn it, Tenant. All right, you just go stand by the door.
He gives you a big wink.
And Chet's probably still in his prisoner uniform that's not tailored at all, so it looks like you put a set of mechanics overalls on a 10-year-old. And he just kind of scans the room and he sees Francisco, and his eyes kind of gleam a little bit, and he kind of waddles over there. He's probably still wearing like ankle irons and not kind of shackled up so he can't run, but he just kind of waddles over there towards him. It's like, hey, you look like you fly ships. You do that?
Fly? Yes, I fly. I definitely fly. Hello, yes. And you see him, like, stand up from the table and immediately, like, spill his tray and knock over his drink. And he's just like, sorry, I'm sorry. Can we get, are there towels? I'm a little...
All right, calm down.
Oh, yes, hello.
So, first of all, I didn't introduce myself. That's awfully rude of me. My name is Chet Longbottom of the Birmingham Longbottoms. You've probably heard of us. So, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I was told by, let's say, overseers of my current predicament, and he's clearly like motioning towards his uniform. Like, I've been going west for a bit, clearing out the jungles and scouting, and now they want me to go all the way east. And not only go all the way east, they want me to carry a bunch of gear and crap for stuff that it's none of my business, really. I don't have any mind to what they're doing. I just do what I'm told because I have to. And I was looking to see if someone could fly that stuff over there so I didn't have to lug it all the way there by myself. Is that something you think you might be able to do?
You see that as Francisco stands up to his full height, he's about 5'7" or so, 5'8" maybe. So taller than you, but most people are. He looks at your chains, and he seems visibly confused by the situation, but he puts it aside and just says, yes, hi, I'm Francisco, and he puts out his hand to shake yours. Francisco Torrent. I'd be happy to fly you out east.
Well, Francisco, it's nice to meet you. I if I don't shake your hands, I apologize, with the chains and everything. But if you can do that for us, that'd be a real solid, because if they want me to lug all this crap all the way back east, it's going to take, I don't know, a couple months, and then I'll probably get killed or ate or something while I'm doing it.
Oh, I will definitely do my best to make sure you do not get killed or ate. The chains seem like they would make things difficult. I don't want to be rude or presumptuous, but what's up with the chains? What's the deal with the chains? What's going on with the chains?
No. This is a good question. So I did some stuff and some things that I'm not going to really get into. And as part of doing that, I am now what you might consider a prisoner, quote unquote prisoner. So they shipped me out and said, hey, you're going to fight with them jungle fighters. And I said, okay, well, I don't have a choice there, boss. So that's why I'm here now.
Oh, I didn't know that was the thing the Imperium did. So you were criminal, but now you're...
Nope, I'm still a criminal.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well, who am I to judge? We've all done something not horrible, terrible, but things, right? Right?
Well, yeah, we've all done stuff, but, not all of us are currently serving punishment for said things that may or may not have occurred, and I will not incriminate myself by saying anything further on that matter.
Right, yes. And you see Francisco, like, wink at you, but then realize, like, he has no idea what he's doing. But he's like, so, yes, I can fly. Where should I go to do that? Are you ready to go now? We could head out.
Well, I still gotta find, I think, a couple more people. Tenant, that big weird guy over there in the corner, he's my escort. So I'm assuming once I find all the requisite people for this job here, that Tenant will bring his weird self back over here and take us to whoever's gonna issue out our gear and give me my rifle back. They don't let me have my rifle because last time they gave me my rifle, I shot someone. And you think that would be fine, but apparently you can only shoot people when they tell you it's okay, which seems a little bit restrictive if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the military. It would make the most sense to shoot people. Also, hi, Tenor, and he waves at Tenor, and then he whispers down to you, like, he leans low because, you're shorter, and he's just like, Tenor is weird, right? Like, every time we're in the urinal together, he keeps, like, shifting his eyes towards me. I don't understand why.
That is what I've been saying this whole time.
Okay, all right, not just me then, not just me.
God damn it.
Sorry, Kevin.
No, do it. I love it.
Then yeah, I'm good to go. Let me just get some towels to mop this up, but I'll follow you and Tenor to the rest of the requisitioning.
All right, well, I'm not going anywhere, on account of the chains. I can't.
Right, those will come off for the mission, I assume.
They usually do. One time they didn't take my leg irons off, and then they asked me, why did it take you 3 weeks to get to this checkpoint? I was like, well, you left my damn leg irons on, stupid.
Right, that could definitely cause problems. So Tenor, you know what, I'll save that question for later. But yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
All right, so we look around, see if there's anybody else interesting in the mess hall.
You don't see anyone else of note. You feel that, you found the one person you came to see, so Tenor kind of is watching you talk for a while, and then he walks over. Hey, have you... Oh, I see. How you doing, Francisco? Long time no see.
Yeah, hi, Tenor. Doing great. I hear there's a mission. You need a pilot? I'm your guy. I've got over 200 hours in the simulator, and I have flown 20 separate missions since my announcement. Each mission was only about 20 minutes long, but I am ready for the big time. So wherever we're up to, whatever we're going east, sounds great to me. I'm very excited.
Great. Let me take you back to Staff Sergeant Buisson. He'll fill you in. Come on, Chet. Let's go back.
All right, Kenny. I told you stop being weird. You don't gotta. All right, just go. We'll follow you.
You guys are so mean. I'm not weird. And you see he's like pushing bits of food into his pockets that he's clearly stolen.
Chet looks at Francisco. It's like this is why I don't talk to Tennant if I can avoid it.
Yeah, if we could just avoid Tenor for the rest of it. But Sergeant Buisson sounds great. I'm very excited.
Okay, come on. Back to base. Not base, we're at base. Back to the office. Okay, so, as you exit, the streets are a hustle and bustle. You see various planes and flying overhead as, they're delivery planes, so they're gonna have, different kinds of shipping containers that they're carrying to various places. So it's kind of noisy as you walk outside. This nice agri-world that you're on, the air was very fresh, but it's beginning to smell a little bit like used fuel as development and infrastructure begins to dominate this area. So,
Francisco, you'd probably see, like, if you're walking, you'd probably notice that if you're looking at Chet, he's actively fiddling with his leg irons and his arm irons while he's walking. Like, he's eyeing chances to break out.
Francisco just met you, so he's being, like, extra polite and just kind of, like, not worried about it right now. Just like, yeah, that seems normal. Meanwhile, Francisco keeps, like, sniffing the air. He's from Astral, and so whenever he smells like, oh, this is what's happening to my town,
All right. Sorry that those things are so itchy, Chet. You'll get them off soon enough.
I'm just saying,
right.
Tennant, if we're real buddies, you just take this off from me right now, and I can just walk like a normal rattling man.
I can't do that, Chet. If you want, I could carry you, though.
No, you are not going to
You look
carry
like you're
me,
fun
Tennant.
to carry.
That is offensive, and I will not be carried by some strange jamoke like you, Tennant. We do
Well,
not
the
have that kind
offer's
of
always
relationship.
on the table.
You leave that offer on the table. It ain't going nowhere.
All right, go in and talk to Sergeant Buisson. He'll fill you in for the rest of it.
And Chet kind of waddles in. Where's the sergeant at? I brought this guy. I brought Francisco here. He's gonna fly all this gear.
Ah, you see a man turn the corner. He's holding a clipboard with multiple frazzled pages, barely hanging on in the clip. The pen, once attached to the clipboard by like a string, clearly has broken, and he's like trying to like write with it, but it's like out of ink, and he's like jamming it in there. And he looks up, he's like, "Oh, you two must be here for the new Eastern job, yeah?"
Sergeant Pazan, Guardsman Francisco Torrent reporting for duty, and I stand at attention and salute him.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I'm Chet.
He gives you a salute back. At ease, Guardsman. Yes, the one in irons. Yeah, you keep being relaxed too. All right, so I assume you've heard the new advancements out to the east. We need a team to survey the area and find a good landing zone. It seems that Francisco, you've got some training as a pilot, so you know a good place to land. So you're going to have to lead this little team to scout the area.
Yes,
Looks
sir.
like
Absolutely, sir.
Looks like this Catechin jungle fighter, Chet. Yeah, you'll be there. You watch out. This one, make sure he doesn't run away.
Now, why
sees you
would I
eyeing your
go
chains.
do something like that?
We
Why
both
would I
know why you
yearn
do
for
that.
freedom?
Listen, son. We'll all be free soon enough.
I don't like the way you phrase that, but okay.
You have nothing to worry about, sir. Guardsman, or no. What rank would I call Chet?
What?
I mean, as
Private, or is like when I say like Private Longbottom is I will look after Private Longbottom. Like what lore rank would I use to call Chet Longbottom?
I don't know the hierarchy of a penal jungle fighter.
yeah, I guess
So,
private would be acceptable.
private, yeah.
All right, I would be like, then yeah, you have nothing to worry about, Sergeant Bassan. Private Longbottom will be looked after, and the mission will be carried out without a hitch. I'm very certain. I can fly any ship anywhere. I can thread that needle. I can land in the jungle. I've got plenty of experience. I'm gonna stop now. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. No, son, that's good. We like your enthusiasm. But there ain't no flying here. You're just going to be scouting for a landing zone. You know that, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's no. We'll definitely. We'll scout for the landing zone. Yes, that makes sense. And he looks very disappointed, but but doesn't say anything else.
Anyway, so one more thing. You're going to need somebody who's good with maps. A cartographer, I think they're called. Go to the mutatorium. Find somebody there who looks bored. I'll tell you, they all look bored. And you're going to need someone to come with you that'll be able to record your position out there and record a good topographical location so we understand where we're actually flying to.
Oh, this
That
must be
makes
a
sense?
fancy mission. Every time y'all send me, y'all just point me in a random direction and tell me to start walking. We getting a map guy now?
Well, yeah, because, the last time we sent you out walking, you almost walked off a cliff. So this time we're going to try a little harder.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go over to Mutatorium. See what we can scrounge up there, eh, Francisco? Does Tenet have to keep coming with me? I mean, we're obviously doing something important. If you got my irons on, I don't see why you need this big weirdo following us around.
No, Tenor can go back to the barracks. Francisco, you're in charge of watching Chet now. Off you go. I've got stuff to do. And he continues to scribble. He's like, why won't this fucking pen work? God damn it.
Understood, sir. I will look after Private Longbottom, and I will find us a cartographer at the Munitor.
He sits down in his chair. Fantastic. Now, move along. Fuck! He rips out a page, crumples it up, and throws it on the ground. Continues to write.
And I sort of just start to leave, but I hold the door open for Chet.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. And he kind of shuffles, duck walks his way through the door.
Tenor looks over and goes, "Oh, are you two ready?"
Tanner, you've been relieved of your watching over me duties. You can go back to the barracks and being a weirdo. Sergeant, what's your rank there, Francis?
That's a great question. I assume I'm still private. It's very early in my thing, I assume.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Private. Private Torrent.
My fellow
first class.
private non-prisoner is going to escort me to the Munitorium, and we're going to try and find another guy to fill out this outfit.
All right, if that's the order. Here, Francisco, you'll need this. And he rumbles in his pockets, and he pulls out a key that's covered in food, and he hands it to you.
I take it, and I don't
Chet's
say
eyes
anything.
get super wide. Does he see the keys?
Yeah, that's the key to your shackles.
Okay, all right. Tenant, if you look under my bunk, I left a corpse starch cookie under there.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
I didn't say you
I'll
could
take
eat
a
it.
look
I'm
for
just
that
letting you know
now.
it's there.
Oh, I get it. Wink, wink. I'll
Yes,
see you later, Chet.
Damn, he's gonna eat that cookie. I shouldn't have told him nothing about it.
You should have kept the cookie quiet. He is eating that cookie.
He's gonna eat that
He's-
cookie. Damn it.
He continues to lumber, and he starts to eat the food that's in his pockets, and he licks his fingers, and the food is covered in lint, and then he walks away.
I almost rather he eat it now because his hands are all nasty. Whatever. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. I wipe the key down with a nearby cloth somewhere, and then I just exit out. But yeah, we can go to the Munitory, you called it?
I believe that's a
Munitorium?
mutatorium. Is that correct, Tim?
Yeah, the Munitorium or the Administratum. It's whatever pig Latin you want to use. Munitorium does all their bullets and bullshit. It's the reason nobody has any bullets is because they're busy counting them all the time.
Right, so the mutatorium is for munitions, and we can just, whatever, it's fine. You can just go to the mutatorium where
I'm on loan.
you're on loan, yeah.
All right, go.
Okay. So you venture off to the mutatorium. This moderately sized building, you can smell the gunpowder. And you can feel the air is kind of weird over here, as it's just stacks upon stacks of ammunition. And it's floor to ceiling. There's a bunch of people walking around holding scrolls of various lengths, and they're recording stuff. They're in a hustle and bustle, and nobody's paying attention to you. Tim, where would you like to be? Squigs, where are you?
Squigs would
in this area.
Squigs would probably be sitting on a crate of munitions of some sort with another crate in front of him, just going through sheets and sheets of paper, basically just doing accounting. This is here, okay, this checks. He's cross-checking things. You see there's just stacks upon stacks of paperwork all around him, kind of in a corner of a warehouse, probably. Wants to actually verify occasionally what's there. And just engrossed with looking over charts and this handwriting doesn't even fucking matter. Alright, that's good. Just sheafing through paperwork.
Alright, so you see all of this when you arrive, and as soon as you walk in, a floating servo skull comes and addresses you.
Good day. How may the mutatorium be of assistance? Private.
Yes. This is Private Torrent. I'm looking for a cartographer on behalf of Sergeant Busan's latest request.
Sergeant Busan. Requisition accepted. Follow me.
And the silver skull begins to float. And as it floats, first it takes you to a young man who's got a scroll and he's feverishly writing stuff down. He goes,
Not available. Continuing.
And next he takes you down the line, and this continues for a little while as it starts scanning each different person there until it stops at a middle-aged man in his 40s sitting on a crate, as described previously. And he goes,
This one is on loan and may be relinquished.
Thank you. Hello, sir. I am Private Francisco Torrent. Sergeant Busan has asked that we find a cartographer. We're scouting a landing zone out east. Could we... I don't know what you're doing right now, but can we pull you away from it?
He looks up and just kind of sighs a little bit, looks at the skull with fine, this is how it is, and stands up and is like, dusts himself off, files his paperwork, very A-type personality, making sure everything's nice and clean and set up. And then once his stuff is all squared away, he finally turns to look at both of you, and goes, I guess, yes, alright. So, it looks back towards the skull. I am relinquished?
Yes. Sage Squigs is now being reassigned to the scouting quest out east.
Fuck. Okay.
Private, is that all you are here for?
Yes, that's all.
Please leave the mutatorium now that your business has concluded.
Alright, well, come with me. I'll show you out before this thing gets angry.
Thanks. Squigs, was it?
Yes, Squigs. Squigs will do.
Hi, Squigs. I'm Francisco Torrent. This here is Chet Longbottom.
Squigs.
The Birmingham Longbottoms.
Squigs puts a hand out very, perfunctorily to shake each of your hands.
I shake back.
You can see, it's stained with ink, and he's got, paper cuts, and his skin's kind of almost prematurely leather. And goes, haven't heard of the Longbottoms, though I don't think there are many of your people here.
Well, there's only 13 of us right now. There was 15 before I entered my situation, but 2 of them got smashed by a tank.
Yep, that tracks.
Yeah, that's what ran him over, was the tracks.
Oh, well. Sorry for your loss.
It's fine, it happens. Yeah, you mess with tanks, eventually one of them's going to run you over. That's what my dad always says.
Oddly, my mother said the same thing.
Yeah, they taught us that in school. You mess with tanks, eventually they're going to run you over.
Well, very well. So what are we doing? What's the plan?
Out east, they need a new landing zone as they're starting to expand in that direction. So, I guess we're just scouting it out. I don't know what other provisions, if we're going to take a vehicle there. They said I'm not allowed to fly out there. Not yet. But we should go find a place so that we have a landing zone so we can fly there further in the future.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yep. This is what I wanted to do today. Sure. Let's go.
Sorry, they said you're on loan? What does that mean exactly, if it's not too personal to ask?
The Munitorum sent out plenty of gestures towards our small Catachin fighter. Sent out plenty of soldiers and ammunition and equipment, and not enough quartermasters to keep track of them. And they requested very nicely that some of our local sages and scroll workers be assigned to them. And as part of this amenable deal, I was taken off of my counting and accounting tasks for our various routes and other such exports, and assigned to count las packs. All the las packs. Every day.
Oh. Okay.
But that's
Good
okay.
to
Las
know.
packs don't go anywhere or get used often, so it's a very easy job where no one bothers the las packs. So the farther away from the building we are, I think the better I will feel.
Agreed. Yeah, we can head out then, because I think we've got what we need.
Good. What do you need me for? Am I counting trees? Steps?
You're a map guy.
Oh. Okay. Very
Wait,
well.
can you do maps? Is that a thing that you're good at?
I can do maps. I can make maps go.
I think Serge Busan mentioned topography. He wants the topography of the area. I'm not. You have to forgive me. I'm not quite sure on cartography terminology, but does that all make sense to you?
Yes. I think I'll be able to manage that. Routes and maps are just a different type of accounting. So, yeah. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen sunlight. Let's this is new. Let's go. The farther away from the building the better. And he pulls out a satchel and he's got papers and a clipboard and several records plus his auto quill. So he's just kind of like walking behind you, unsure exactly. Like, he looks kind of unsure of exactly what he's supposed to do with just like a pen and his clipboard.
Your name's, you said Squigs? That's your name, Squigs, right?
Yes, Squigs
Right.
is my name.
I'm not trying to be insulting, but what exactly are you going to do? Do you have like a weapon or anything of the nature to defend yourself other than your clipboard and quill, which, while deadly looking, will probably not offer you much protection in the wilds?
The power of paperwork conquers all, and if that doesn't work, I have a las pistol.
Okay, there we go. We're good. All right.
Yes, it was, it was left behind. This las pistol. Bureaucratic oversight, as it were.
Well, I'm sure you counted all the las packs, so you know.
I did count all the las packs. I'm not in charge of counting the las pistols.
Perfect for us then.
Thank you for listening to Roll for Heresy. If you liked what you just heard and would like to stay up to date, consider joining us on Discord at the House of Heresy and Madness.